us as Singaporeans towards people who are facing mental health conditions. But while you guys are thinking, I would like to direct this question to Rebecca.
I mean, we've been mentioning stigma many times during this private chat, and I feel that there's still a lot of education that has to go on definitely, and a lot more empathy that has to be given. But really the fact that we're talking about mental health wellness in Changi Airport, which is really a landmark in Singapore, so openly, it's really a step in the right direction. So I feel that any baby step makes a difference, and ultimately, as long as it's a step in the right direction, ultimately it will make a difference one day. So I think society is moving in that very promising and very positive direction, which is great.
Yeah, and I love you mentioned baby steps because it is. We all have to start somewhere and take baby steps. How about Tasha? Do you agree?
I 100% agree, and I think for me, I can see a lot of mental health videos on social media as well, like how do we solve this problem, what issues do we have. More and more people are becoming more open about their own struggles, and I think that's also a step forward to our society.
That's good. And I'd like to direct the question to Zaki. Has your sister's condition changed the way that you perceive people facing mental health conditions?
Yeah, it works. To be honest, when I experienced the caregiving and everything, at first I was very ignorant, right? I was not informed. But then what I learned so far was not to have some sort of expectations out of your sister or your relatives who have a mental health condition, because a lot of times when we have a sister, we have a family member, we want them to get married, we want them to get BTO, we want them to, we have goals for them. But the thing is, mental health condition is something I didn't understand, and then that sort of expectation sort of like gave me some anxiety myself, and then I expected this result by the end of the care. So it was not helpful. So in other words, if you want, for me, I had to be more open to the possibility that this could be a lifelong thing, and how can we cope with it better as a family, with my sister and myself.
And I think I want to ask our counselor as well, how would you advise people who are caregivers? And caregiver fatigue is a very real thing, right, Zaki? Have you faced caregiver fatigue?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe Charmaine, could you share with us a little bit more?
Thanks, Zaki, for sharing about your sister. It must be really difficult for you, And it's not easy being a caregiver because it's really a journey of ups and downs. And I hope one thing, we always say be patient with our family members who are maybe going through mental health, but be patient with yourself as well. You're doing a good job. And a lot of times it's not easy because sometimes our family members or friends may relapse and then start blaming ourselves like, oh, maybe I missed out something, but don't. Be kind to yourself as well, be patient, it's okay, it happens, okay, and also have certain boundaries because you too need to also take care of yourself as well. Self-care for yourself is important, and setting boundaries as well, so that you get your own space and she develops independence as well, yeah.
Thanks. Well, this is helpful, to be honest.
That's right, yeah. And I think that's why we're having this conversation, right? It's kind of bounce off ideas because each and every one of us, we have our own mental health journey, whether it's positive, whether it's negative. And I think sometimes by listening to the panelists over here, right, I also, actually, I'm not alone. They are also going through something very similar to me, and I hope, audience, if you're here today, you are also feeling heard as well. Because you are not going through alone, you're not alone in this journey. Okay, be it a caregiver or be it if you're someone struggling with mental health. So now I want to go into deeper, we're going to crack the surface even deeper. We're going to ask each of us to share a moment in your life where you found it hard to reach out for help. And I think we'll start with Rebecca first. Was there a point where you didn't want to reach out for help even though you were struggling?
Actually, up to now, I'm still learning every day to reach out for help. I have this strange mentality that sometimes asking for help or sharing my problems or even showing my negative emotions is a sign of weakness. So I have that mentality since I was young. But I'm very fortunate in a sense because I have a very loving family environment. So my parents, they just really love me unconditionally from when I was a young girl, and they really allowed me to just be myself and express myself whenever possible. And in my adult life, but very trustworthy and I can rely on. So I think they keep me sane, which is why I find it very important to be brave, to reach out for help. And I'm learning to be braver every day. I don't see it as a sign of weakness anymore. Like what Changi said about the doctor. It's just like in school, if you don't understand something, you should ask your teacher. And then if you understand it, you learn and you become better. So, when you need help, you ask for help and you get better as well. So that's what I'm learning every day as well.
Love that. And I want to kind of ask the audience here today, how many of you also, raise your hands if you're a bit paiseh to tell someone that you're facing a struggle? How many of you, sometimes you're a bit scared to tell people hey, I'm going through a tough decision. Okay, I see a few hands. Thank you so much for that. So, I want to ask our counselor over here, right? Is that something common that you have people, that you've observed in your practice, that people not wanting to seek help for the fear of judgment or the fear of being termed, why are you so weak,
First of all, I want to affirm Rebecca for being here on stage and actually sharing your experience, because that's really not easy, as well as Zaki and Tasha as well, because it takes a lot of courage and you're definitely brave to be here today. And I think a lot of people, who wants to be vulnerable, who wants to show our weakness, with in such a competitive environment, we have to get it all together. But sometimes we have to realize that we need to take care of ourselves, and even simple tasks of going to a grocery store. How many of us go to a grocery store to get things that we want? Okay, and you'll get this, okay, done, go home, cook. How many of us actually just slow down and literally go to a grocery store and say, actually, I didn't know this, we have this, and just look around, take your time, be present, be in the moment, or even going for a walk. Not just to clock the 10,000 steps, but just be present in the moment, enjoy the scenery, the trees, the flowers. Sometimes you will not even know that flower existed, even though you walk the same path. Yeah, so how to be present in the moment. And I think people always want to be strong and put on a front, but how long, will that front be on before it falls off? Sometimes you just have to be ourselves, be grounded.
Yeah. And I think I would love to go to Tasha, share with us, what made you want to seek help?
Actually, I didn't really actively seek help. As an introvert, I find it really tough to open up to people. And especially when I am going through struggles myself, I tend to close out more. And I am very grateful that I have a close friend that always checks up on me. Yeah, so there was this time I was in Korea. I was really very unhealthy mentally. And I didn't want to reach out. I didn't want to worry my parents or my friends in Singapore. So I kept it to myself. And then at the right time, my friend called me up and she had a chat with me. And then at that point of time, I realized how unhappy I was. And I had to take the steps to be better. So I decided to come back to Singapore for good.
Yeah, and I think sometimes we're in an unfamiliar environment, it's even harder, right? Like who do we turn to if you're in a foreign country, right? So I think this friend really is your angel, guardian angel, she call you, hey, maybe let's go check up on Tasha, see how she's doing. Yeah, I love that. And I think I want to move on to Zaki as well. Zaki, how did you notice your sister's condition? Did you decide to bring her to seek help? How was that whole process like?
The whole process starts with a relapse.
Okay.
So normally with a person with schizophrenia, they will have things like relapse. It could be a mild relapse, it could be a very hardcore relapse. The one that triggered us to go to NH was a bit more hardcore.
Okay.
Right. So we brought her to IMH, and then the thing great about NH, I think the first step is to go IMH because there's a lot of stigma of going IMH.
Yes.
That's the start. So that was a great start, and then we went there. The good thing about going there is that there's some sort of structure. So after you have your post-care, my sister has a post-care in IMH, they have professionals who will help her to get a job. And these jobs will have people who are trained to deal with persons with mental health conditions. Because even the stigma also exists in the professional field, not only the personal field. So some employers might not understand the condition and might see their symptoms as a weakness, might see the symptoms as something that they are not willing to deal with. So they have a list of companies that are able to help support my sister in the working world.
Wow.
So that's great.
I think that's actually very progressive, you know. Yeah, that's actually really progressive for our country. And I think I want to go to Charmaine. Like similar to what Zaki shared, what's your thoughts about that?
I think it's really amazing that they actually provide opportunities for those with mental health, because I definitely believe that we should not change a person to fit a particular workplace culture, but the workplace culture should adapt and build on that person's strengths. Because I'm sure it doesn't mean that they have a mental health condition means that they are disabled or anything else. They still have a lot of strengths that they can be used and really contribute to the economy.
Yeah. And I think back to Zaki, after seeking help, did you see any positive change to your sister?
Yeah, I think in terms of because all my sister wants as a person is she wants to be independent. So having this condition makes her feel like she's dependent. So she doesn't feel like, she don't like the feeling of depending on us. So having a job makes her feel independent, and when she feels independent, she feels confident with herself. So that sort of help her heal herself in that way. And of course there are some relapses along the way, but not as big as previously.
So again, I'm going to hold on to Zaki for a while, because as caregivers, we can face fatigue. So I want to ask you, like, how was your mental health when you were helping your sister when she was having an episode?
I don't know whether it was good or I was just like blocking everything.
You had to be strong for your sister, is it?
I had to be strong. Yes, it was quite toxic for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it got to a point where I was very conflicted with my sister. Because I feel very tired, and she's my sister, she's not my daughter.
Yeah.
So we clean the toilet, sometimes she don't clean.
Okay.
So we like my heart will feel like, she's taking advantage of me.
Okay.
The trick is to really talk with other people about it, and feel like it's normal to have this feeling, but now it comes to a point where I have to consolidate and talk to other people about it. And my friends help, my family also help, to listen to my concerns actively, and now I sort of do everything unconditionally.
Okay.
So it was quite some time to reach that point.
Okay. Yeah, I think let's give her a round of applause.
Possible, but not easy.
Good. And like, I think maybe we're all curious also. So how's your sister's condition today? Like, is she better? Is she like good days, bad days?
We still fight, but over who uses the toilet first.
Oh, okay.
So we still have that rivalry, but otherwise, she's great. She's working at Fish & Co.
Oh, nice.
Woodlands. So if you guys want to visit her, you can say hi. Her name is Liana at Woodlands.
Photo review, they got discount, is it?
Yeah. And you can put Tasha 2023 and Rebecca 2023, you get more discount.
Okay, we love that.
Charmaine also. Charmaine also.
Okay, then don't have me, I have no promo code, okay, never mind, it's okay.
Oh yeah, Jivan, net lah. I just want to get everybody lah.
Can. I think, I want to go into this topic on like, and I want to ask our counselor, like, can you share trends of how people seek help and why? Like, is it online? Is it in person? Maybe people want to know more.
So I think most people will prefer to actually seek help online because it's a less scary platform. So maybe I can encourage, if you want to seek help, find out a little bit more about the information where you can seek help. Like we were talking about the Bell Jackboard, that's a brilliant place that you can actually start to seek help resources that maybe fit you. Another thing to seek help is maybe go with friends, people or even family members who support you and understand you. Because it's easier to seek help with someone beside you than to go alone in a journey.
Yeah, it's very fair. And I think when we talk about going to seek help online, aside from like Bell Help Boards, are there other platforms as well that people can go to seek help?
There's many other platforms as well, like IMH has a chat line as well, SOS.
Yes.
There's even Touch Community Services. You can call in and be anonymous as well, and just share, and maybe some people just need to talk to, and you'll find.
So I think I just want to repeat that as well, right? If you're here, if you're struggling to reach out, can we just be that voice to let you know to take courage, and it's okay to seek help. If you don't feel like home is the best place to talk to somebody, why not talk to someone online, rather than just bottling up those feelings, right? Okay, so I think I want to move on to our next question. So I think we've covered quite a fair bit here today and very good conversations. Maybe we can share, how has a friend been there for you? Oh, wait, sorry. This question, how do you prefer others to be there for you? Because we all have different styles and different approaches, right? We don't want our friend to keep, some people may not want their friend to keep, hey, how are you, how are you? But like other people have a different approach. So maybe each of you guys, we'll start with maybe Rebecca. Do you have a way, a preferred method for people to approach or be there for you?
Well, I think being genuine, that's number one. And don't be too quick to pass a judgment.
Right.
Because everyone is going through different battles every day. And what may seem like a very small problem to you is actually the biggest problem to me. So I think really just don't be judgmental, and love is a very powerful emotion. I think love can cure a lot of things. So really be genuine and love the person and follow up as well. Don't be a once-off, kind of like, hey, how are you? Follow up, and if all else fails, I think ice cream and chocolate, that kills a lot.
Is there a particular incident that you can share with us, in your 36 years being in media, growing up in Singapore? Was there a point where you felt like someone was there for you? Or...
Actually, many points in my life. Life is not smooth sailing. There are ups and downs, and I've had a lot of downs in my life. Even though I may appear like everything is very smooth sailing. Recently my father just passed away, so it's been a very low period for my entire family. But we are there for each other, and having the support and love of family members, just being there, being present, and understanding each other's emotions. I think that is what has really helped me through this whole grieving process.
Thanks for sharing. Sensitive condolences. And I think I want to go to Tasha as well, Like, how do you prefer others to be there for you?
I think for me, someone who gently checks in on me, I appreciate that a lot, because I don't usually start a conversation, I don't open up first. So when friends actually do check in on me, I feel very loved. And when they find out that I'm always at home, I'm not motivated to go out, to work out, or to go anywhere, and when they ask me out, we can go for a hike or a swim, that really helps me a lot.
Okay. I think I also want to share about me, right? Like, sometimes I think friends who know how to ask the right questions, and they say, Jeevan, how are you? And I say, I'm okay. And they say, how are you really? And then suddenly the water words just come out already, because it takes a while for your friends to probe a bit more, right? You know what? Sometimes how many of you, when we ask very candidly, how are you? It's always a very generic answer, but
A lot of times if I were to share concerns about the caregiving part, it's mostly come from a point where I just want somebody to listen. I already know there's no a solution really. Don't really need solutions. That's mostly that one. When I was studying overseas in university, working on a grant, it's called Terima Kasih. It's online, you can search it. It was back like 2019. Okay. And then because I was frustrated about this whole stigma, then I was like, so I wrote a script with my friends and I directed this film to show like how is it like in a day of living with somebody who has mental health condition from the perspective of the caregiver. So it's just like a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. sort of. The premise is just 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in a single parent household. So we see how they reconcile, what are the frictions. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what it's like. Feel free to search it out.
yeah. So where can our audience watch it?
What's the Singapore local YouTube?
Is it Me Watch?
Oh, Me Watch. Other one.
Vitsi?
Vitsi, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what's the title? What's the title of the show?
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Thank you in Malay.
So do check out this film. Are you starring in it?
Oh, direct only.
Direct only. Okay, this man. Okay, we love it. Okay, and I think I want to go on to our counselor as well. Like, what are some ways which, or do share some ways where us can support our peers?
I think our panelists summarize it beautifully, in the sense that, being active listener, just be there to hear them out. And sometimes feeling, and it may sometimes take a time, right? And for me, sometimes I also can be a bit sassy, so also be patient as well, before I get to share as well. So I think that attitude and being patient, being present, as Rebecca shared, and also knowing a little bit more about what the person may be going through, understanding a bit more is all very important to help support people going through mental health conditions.
Lovely put. And I think I just want to summarize. So it's important to be present, be patient, listen actively, learn more about mental wellness. Okay? I think, I feel like I want to get the audience questions. I really want to hear what the audience have to say. Can we possibly get a running mic so that in the future, we can, in a short while, we can also get the audience? Because I'm sure audience, you all want to ask them questions or not? Okay, I feel like some people say yes, some people are a bit shy, but let's see if that's possible. Meanwhile, let's go on to the next question, okay? So, in summary, why is it important to take care of one's mental health and be there for people around you? So, maybe we can start off with Rebecca. Why is it important to take care of one's mental health and be there for people around you?
I think it's very important to take care and love yourself. Only then can you take care and love the ones that you love. And I sidetracked a little bit, because I was looking at the empty chairs and I remember watching the students perform. It's very encouraging to see primary school and secondary school students being a part of Beyond the Label Festival. Because, I grew up in a very loving family environment. And from what I understand from friends who struggle with mental health issues, or sometimes even with addiction, a lot of them share that it's because of problems that stem from their early childhood. And correct me if I'm wrong. So to see a lot of them participating in this festival is extremely encouraging. And I feel that education still has to carry on, not only for the children, but also for the children's support system. The schools, the principals, teachers, friends, parents, so that they can create a safe space for a child when they are young. And maybe I'm a lot more passionate about this now because I hopefully one day I could be a mother, So setting the right foundation for a child and a safe haven for them to express and be themselves is absolutely important so that they can grow up and be the best version of themselves.
Love that. And on to Tasha, why is it important to take care of one's mental health and be there for people around you? What's your response to that?
I feel like what Rebecca shared is it's so important to take care of our own mental health before helping others. And I think for me personally, I feel the older generations in my family, they don't really talk about mental health as often as we do. So I've always wanted to have a conversation with my mother to see how she's actually feeling and sort of to break down the walls, because I think the older generation, they don't have much access to resources like we do now. So they're very shy to talk about it. So for me, that's one person I want to talk about.
And to Saki, wait, before Saki, let's see if there's any questions from the floor. Okay, we'll see if there's any questions. If you have questions, just shoot up your hand straight and then we will bring a mic to you. You can direct your question to any of the panelists over here. Okay. So we have a mic over here. Let's see if we have one question. Okay, anyone questions from the front? Okay, we have a question over there. Okay, so Gavin, right? Gavin, okay, so we have a question from Gavin. You can stand up, give yourself a question. Okay, so we're gonna hear his question in a bit. Okay.
So how do you mentally cope with your well-being on a daily basis?
Okay, so this for the panelists. Maybe Zaki can share. How do you mentally cope with
I advocate for good sleep a lot.
good sleep?
For me, that's the first thing I can afford. Because besides that, everything is a bit of a bonus, so I prioritize my sleep. I try to get like a certain amount of sleep. Because I feel like if I work the whole day, it feels like sleep is something I do for myself. That's the only time of the day if I'm very busy.
And Rebecca?
That's a very good question. I don't think about that on a daily basis. Usually I only think about my mental health when I face a crisis or something huge in my life. But I think now that we Kevin got me thinking, I think whatever small setbacks that we face every day, we shouldn't trivialize it, and we should just address how we feel inside. I think that is important. Just be honest with yourself. Yes.
Right. Tasha?
For me, I'm trying to work on it every day, and I think being present in the moment is very important as well.
Okay. And Charmaine, our counselor?
I think definitely taking some time, intentional time for yourself, to take care of yourself, like a facial mask, or maybe just listen to some good music without doing anything. Like Tasha said, being in the moment really helps as well.
Yeah, thanks for asking that question, Kevin. Okay, so do we have any more questions? Oh, we do have one question at the back. The light is blocking me. Okay, so lady in peach shirt. Okay, so we have someone coming to you. Keep your questions coming, by the way, guys, because this is your opportunity to ask your favorite personality on stage, how do they cope with their mental health? Okay, so, sorry, the light's a bit blinding, so that's why I'm doing this. Okay, so any moment, yeah, introduce yourself, what's your name?
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
My question is because personally I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety 4 years ago. So I think right now I'm a mental health advocate. So I wanted to ask the panelists what are some words of encouragement and also what are the hopes for people in recovery. Thank you.
Wow, so beautiful. Can we give her a round of applause? That's so brave of her to share that. So, any of the panelists, whenever you're ready, any words of encouragement, Maybe Charmaine, yeah, keep the ball rolling.
Ashley, I think you're doing a fantastic job already. Well done. And I hope you continue being an advocate because so many people can relate to you. Many people will not mention that they're going through certain stuff, but when you share the story, it really hits them very hard and they can really say, oh, she understands me. And I want to thank you for really sharing your experience. I want to encourage you to continue being you.
Love that. And Zaki, any words of encouragement for...
Congrats, by the way, and like, are you still facing it now? Oh, you see? And she faced it and still advocate for it.
Wow.
Still smiling also.
And still
Yeah.
smiling also. Yeah, so I appreciate you being here and your presence on this earth and like giving back even though you also are facing it at the same time. I can't do that. I am like, I feel like I need to have a break. Sometimes I feel like I don't have time to advocate for stuff, and you actively doing it tells more about yourself. And also, I really appreciate. I hope it's easy. The advocacy is easy in the future for you.
Yeah. Rebecca, Natasha?
I personally struggle with anxiety too, so I know how much courage it takes for you to be there and speak out. So I really applaud you for that, and thank you for being here as well.
Thank you for being so brave. I know it's not easy to admit that you have certain conditions in a public space like that, so thank you so much for that. And just to encourage anyone who's struggling as well, that you have to help yourself. Help yourself, it's half the battle lost. So it's not a shameful thing to ask for help. Don't be embarrassed to ask for help. And you will definitely get better after. So just to encourage all of you as well.
Yeah, keep on doing you, Ashley. I think that's so amazing. Okay, we're all supporting for you. Okay, we're rooting for you. I think we have one more question over there just now. Okay, gentleman in white, can we get you to stand? Yeah, we'll have our representative who will come up to you. Okay, so question. So what's your name, sir?
Hi, I'm Jasper.
Hi, Jasper.
Yeah, so my question is how to avoid myself being affected with anxiety and how to prevent myself being badly affected when I have a family member who's suffering from long-term anxiety, depression, and mental health issues.
Okay, I think we can direct this question to Charmaine, our counselor.
Hi Jasper, thanks for sharing that with us. So what can help is actually understanding the signs and symptoms when your family member may be going through having anxiety symptoms, and to actually have a routine, like a coping something. For example, let's say if you know she's going to have a panic attack, maybe get her to hold something. When you see the triggering events that cause her to feel the symptoms. So it's kind of a routine. Maybe you have to explore with her what may help for her and for you as well. So even sometimes some people say deep breathing helps. So if you know that she's going to go into having an anxiety attack, you can say, okay, let's do deep breathing together, or let's listen to some calming music together. And then in that way, that will decrease your anxiety as well. When you do things together and you feel comfortable to support each other.
Yeah, I think that's really good tips. Zaki, anything to add on?
No, I mean, thank you, Shamil. I'm not a specialist. I just am a caregiver. I'm also trying to learn, so I'm learning as much as you guys are.
Yeah, and I think that really emphasizes the importance of seeking professional help, because sometimes, like, we're not like Charmaine. Charmaine has been trained so many years to do what she's doing, and she'll be able to provide very actionable advice. And I think what she said, being able to give them a toy, listening to song, listening to music, all these are very actionable tips that maybe us who are not familiar may not be able to give. Maybe I would say, don't worry, just breathe. I think sometimes that's what a layman person would say. Yeah, but thank you so much for that question. I hope that answered it. Any questions from the audience? We'll probably take one or two more. Don't be afraid, just be brave, answer questions, raise your hands. We'll get someone to you, okay? Any questions? Raise your hand nice and high. Right, nice and high. Okay, I'm just like scanning the audience. Do we have any questions on the floor? Okay, no questions? Alright. Let's go back to summarizing, why is it important to take care of one's mental health and be there for the people around you. So we're going to hear from Tasha and Rebecca. Let's hear from Zaki. Why is it important to take care of one's mental health?
I think it's important because just because you don't have a mental health condition doesn't mean you're invincible. For me, in order for me to help my sister better, I need to take care of myself better. Especially guys, I think it's time to really get comfortable with the whole point of talking and reaching out for help. I also struggle a bit. I know it's not cool at first, but I promise you, you'll be cool. I promise you, you'll be cool, and it's okay. So, yes, it's very important to get help and reach out. And just because you don't have one, doesn't mean you are invincible. Not that I wish that you have. Just saying it's better to take care of yourself. Hey, why not? It's nice to take care of yourself. Not nice, man. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
And
for you, Jeevan, are you taking care of yourself?
Thank you for asking this question.
How are you?
How am I?
How are you really?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna cry right here, right? Okay, thanks for asking that question. I think for me, there's ups and downs. So there are good days and there are also bad days. For me, how I kind of regulate the bad days is speaking to people, speaking to someone that I can trust. And I'm glad that I have my family there with me. I'm glad that I also have my dogs. So I'm someone that I love dogs, and in some ways my dog is like my therapy puppy. Like, if I'm just feeling sad, I would just go and play with my dog. And it brings happiness to me. And yeah, I think talking to people. Yeah. So I would say it's good. It's good now. Yeah. It comes in waves, right? It suddenly just hit you pump like a wave, like a brick. Yeah, and thanks for asking, Zaki. Yeah. So we'll go on to Charmaine, and I just want to also give a point of to note. There's going to be a light show happening in 8 minutes time. So everything's going to turn dark. So if that happens, we're going to need to get you guys to enjoy that show, and then we'll come back here, okay? All right. So before that happens, Charmaine, why is it important for one to take care of one's mental health? If you can expound and share a little bit more.
I think it's definitely important to take care of one's mental health. It's just like we take care of our physical health, why not our mental health as well? And when we take care of our mental health, we can also reach out to others because we are well enough to maybe give them the advice or give them the support. But at the same time as well, we still have to take care of mental health while we are helping others as well, because humans our energies can be transferred, So it's also important to take care of ourselves just as much as we take care of others. So first self to help others.
Right. Okay. And yeah, I think that's really great conversations here today. We want to also shout out about this special IG filter. I think it should pop up on the screen in a short while. If you can scan it, right, and we're going to get all the panelists to come and do this as well. well. It's basically taking your pledge. Okay, we'll basically get you to pledge for, if you can get you guys to get out your phones, scan this filter, and we can do it together. We can all take the pledge together. It's a Beyond the Label SG. Okay, you can scan it, and then we'll do it together. A filter will pop up, and when you interact with the filter, it will kind of okay, somebody's mic. Okay, I think they're trying to scan. Okay, so we'll help our panelists here scan as well. Alright. And I don't know if you can see, right, but it looks something like this. When you put it on your face, it will show I will, and then the timer will like choose. You choose which one. So for me, I will be patient. So what is each of your pledge? Let's do it together. Yeah, we'll help the panelists as well get their pledge, and then we can post it together, and tag Beyond the Label. So let's get our audience also do that with us, I think there are 4 options: be present, be patient, listen actively, and learn more about mental wellness. Okay, so while we're getting you guys to scan the IG filter, you got it? Yes. You press and it will rotate. Yeah, so it's kind of randomized actually. Yeah, so we'll all do that together. Come, we'll do that together. Okay, I'm also gonna do it. And then we'll share what are each of our pledges, okay? Right, so mine is I will be present. And let's see, Zaki, have you got yours?
It says I should be patient.
Okay, and then let's see, Rebecca.
Mine is I will listen actively.
Okay, and Tasha.
Mine is I will learn more about mental wellness.
Okay, I think that's quite diverse. Let's see some of the audience. Audience, like what answers did y'all get? You can shout it out. How many of you got I will be present? Raise your hand. I will be present. Okay, some of you. How many of you got I will be patient? Okay, nice. How many of you got I will listen actively? I will listen actively. Okay, a few of you. And how many of you I'll learn more about mental wellness? Nice. So if you can help us do, right, since you've already taken it, why not just tag Beyond the Label SG, hashtag BTLFest 2023 and post it. So that your friends also, your followers, can also learn a few ways where they can support their friends' mental health journey. Okay, and in a moment's time, we're going to be having the light show. So I think we can perfectly wrap up this segment with a photo taking. Is there going to be a photo? Is there any photo taking? No? Yes, there will be a photo taking. So maybe I can invite them. Let's all give a round of applause to the panelists again.
Thank you.
Again, I can invite you to stand up as we take a photo together. Over here, we'll get you guys to join me in the front. So once again,